because I'm a vegetarian, because I've been a vegetarian for 31 years, and because I live with people that are not vegetarian, and I'm invited to luau's, and I'm invited to barbecues and that, and as I tell my friends, and they all know that we are vegetarians, and my kids are vegetarians, and they know that we will go there to participate with them in the love that we're sharing. We just won't eat that particular food. There's rice, there's salad, and they never say, oh, I'm not going to participate with you because you're a meat eater. To me, that's so, we have a word for that in Hawaiian, manini, small, it's meaning real small. I mean, that's a real, we need to allow others live and let live is a very important concept, and it has to be activated. The first time I was confronted with this, I visited my parents in 1974. I came back from India for about a month, about 5-6 weeks. And I visited my parents, and my father wanted to take me to dinner at a friend of his house, a guy who was doing business with, and he wanted to show off his son. And so I went there, and the man had a big steak dinner, steak, potatoes, and all this stuff. And so my father had neglected to tell him that I was vegetarian. So we got there, and they passed the steak around, and I took the steak plate, and I passed it on. And he said, aren't you going to have any steak? He said, this is great, I cooked it just for you. And I said, no, why not? Well, I'm a vegetarian. I said, but, there's potatoes, and there's rice, there's salad. And he goes, but you won't eat it for me? He says, I cooked it just for you. And I said, I'm sorry, I won't. Well, you're coming here, and you're not even participating with me and taking part. And your father said that, meet you, and your father wanted me to meet you, and now you are not willing to take part in my meal with me. And I said, I did not come here to eat. I came here because my father speaks very highly of you, and I came here and thought that we could share as individuals. What I choose to put in my body to nourish it should not be a determination of whether we can relate as human beings. I'm not stopping you from eating. All I'm saying is that for myself, this is not what I choose to do. I respect you, and I respect your rights to do that, and I respectfully hold on to my own values at the same time. And the man thought about it for a minute, and he said, I'm sorry. He says, I'm sorry that I acted that way. In fact, I'm not going to have a steak tonight either. And he didn't. And everybody else did, and he and I ate peas and potatoes. And
nice gesture.
A nice gesture on his part.
Yeah.
And he and I ended up becoming good friends. And of course, he continued to eat meat when I would come over, but we don't have to enforce our lifestyle on other people. But yet we should not also sacrifice our values simply to make others happy. I think it's very important that we be who we are. We can truly relate as two individuals if we are first who we are, and then we relate. Because then I'm coming at our relationship with a knowledge of self and with a strength. And then I'm no longer dependent on you. And we must be individuals first. We cannot be a community if we are not individuals first.